I'm going to talk about these four rules of money. These are the rules of money that really propelled me to going from a negative $30,000 net worth to over a seven-figure net worth over the course of 20 years. But this is what I had to get through my thick head. Okay. The first rule is this: my money is my responsibility. Nothing else really matters with your money unless you first understand that your money is on you. It's on you. It's your responsibility. Where you are with money today is the sum total of everything that you've done with your resources, your money, your life, your time up to this point today. Right? It's really all on you. It's not about all the outside factors that we think about. It's not about who's the president right now, or it's not about Congress or the government, or it's not about your gender, your race, your city, your state. It's not about anything having to do with any of those things, guys. Now, all those things matter and they're important. I get it. My head's not buried in the sand, but I can tell you this: if you point the finger at anyone else besides yourself, you've lost your power. Your superpower is personal responsibility. And I had to learn that my superpower was me taking personal responsibility for exactly what was going on with my money, right? Because if I didn't take the responsibility, then I no longer had the power to fix it. So when I pointed the finger at everybody else, I was giving away my power. I was letting someone else decide my fate, decide my future, decide what I could or could not do down the road. I didn't want that. The only true power that we have is us. And that means the only true power we have over our money is to take responsibility over us, over our own lives. We can't control the outside world. We can't control other people, but we can control us, right? And we know there's outside circumstances that happen. Maybe you're watching this and you may have a disability, or there may be something holding you back. Maybe you can't move out of the city where you're at. But listen, no matter what it is, you've got to take responsibility. I had to take responsibility before I could get to the point where I could build my wealth, right? What happens with my money is 1,000% on me. What happens with your money is 1,000% on you. Personal responsibility, personal accountability is our superpower. Discipline. Listen, if you want to focus on winning the money game, you got to focus on taking control of your place in the money game, right? And the way you do that is say, you know what? It's not on them. It's not on that. It's not the Congress. Who cares who the president's going to be? But guess what? I'm not saying don't care, but I'm saying, guess what? My money is on me. My money is on me. The second golden rule, the second rule of money that helped me build my wealth was understanding that being rich and being wealth are two different things. Wealth and rich, two different things. Becoming rich is one thing, right? But actually building sustainable wealth, totally different thing. See, there's rich people who are not wealthy. And there are rich people who live paycheck to paycheck, making $500,000 a year, $1 million a year, $200,000 a year. They make a whole bunch of money, but they're living paycheck to paycheck. Rich is just getting the money, but building the wealth is being able to say, I'm going to keep the money and grow the money and make the money make more money, right? That's wealth. There's some rich people that are wealthy, right? Because they know how to take their large sums of money they get and to turn into more money. But there's a lot of rich people that ain't wealthy. There's a difference. Money is a tool or a type of currency. There's other types of tools and currency that really are important for building the wealth. Yes, the money makes you rich because you make a lot of money or you earn a lot of money, but keeping the money is a wealth building activity. And a wealth building activity is a whole different skill set than whatever it took for you to get rich. You may be the greatest doctor in the world and you may get rich from being a doctor, but to be wealthy, you have to take on another set of skills to actually manage that wealth and grow that wealth. That's a whole different skill set than the skill set that you have that made you rich. And this is why people don't understand there's a difference between wealth and rich. Wealth is a process, and that means it takes time, it takes planning, it takes decision making, it takes strategy, right? It takes all those things to build and keep wealth. Whereas you might go out and win the lottery and now you're rich because you got a lot of money. But a lot of those lottery winners, guess what happened? They lose it because they don't understand the process of building wealth. If you watch football or basketball, NBA or something, you see a lot of those people that make a whole bunch of money. But guess what happens to a lot of that money? They become rich, but they can't stay wealthy, or they can't build wealth. They can't keep the wealth that they've acquired through their riches. A lot of young folks, we see that with entertainers. We see it with athletes in America. We see it with a lot of folks that do that. They lose it because they just can't handle it. Just because you're rich doesn't mean you're wealthy. People can be wealthy who make only $50,000 a year. People can be wealthy if they make 100,000, 20,000, 30,000, whatever, because they built some wealth over a period of time. So rich and wealth are two different things. And I don't like talking on this channel about rich so much. I like talking about building wealth, but sometimes I do talk about getting rich, because I talk about sometimes that richness. If you handle being rich well, you can be wealthy. If you understand how to be rich and what to do as a rich person, then you can learn how to be wealthy. Wealthy people understand that one of the primary purposes of money is to grow it into more money. Money is supposed to make money. Wealthy people understand that you don't turn money into depreciating assets. See, people that get rich quick, they take that money and they, instead of flipping their money into things going up in value, a lot of rich people flip their money into things going down in value. And this is why 10 years later, they're no longer wealthy. My thing is, if you're going to be rich, you need to learn how to take that money and go buy stuff that's going up in value, so that down the road, you can be rich and wealthy, right? You can have some wealth. Now, let's go to the third one. The third rule of money is find your purpose, find your assignment, find your gift, your talent, your natural skill, because that natural skill, that gift, that talent, your purpose is what can lead you to a wealthy place, right? You need to find out one of the main things you want to do is find out as soon as possible, why are you here? If you can answer the question, why are you here on this planet, it can lead you to the gift that you're supposed to deliver to the people of the planet, the people in the world, right? What is your gift? The thing that you love to do, the thing that you're good at, the thing that you have a talent for. And it doesn't have to be a talent on stage or on a football field. It can be just a regular gift that other people find hard to do, but you make it's easy for you to do. When you know that assignment and you get better at that assignment, and you hone in on that assignment, you don't quit and give up with that assignment, because it's natural. It's something you love to do, something you've been doing for years and years. Everybody else finds it difficult, but you just have this natural gift to do it. When you know that, you know your purpose. And when you know it, you'll have the energy to do whatever you have to do. You'll do it all day. You'll do it. It doesn't matter. You have the will, you'll have the joy, you'll have the perseverance just to keep going with learning and doing it, because it's your gift. It's your purpose. And you'll know what that is, because it energizes you. You may get a little tired, a little stressed. I get it, because we all do, natural. But when you're working in your purpose, that is your strength. That is your energy. And ultimately, the money, once you find that gift, that talent, and you learn a little bit, and you become the best at it, that's going to lead you to a wealthy place. Your purpose is going to make room for you and bring you before great people, right? It's going to sustain you and get you wealthy. But the problem is identifying that purpose, identifying that assignment, identifying that gift. We're trained and taught to prepare to be a cog in the machine. We're taught and trained to be a worker. This is why they don't teach everything to you that you need to know about life in school, in the education system in America, because you're not taught to do anything but be plugged into the system. Here, go to school. We're going to train you. And then when you get out of school, take a little more school. And now you go to work, and it's these processes that you're in. And so a lot of people, they're so worried about making money. They never understand that they have a purpose for being here. And if they find that purpose, they will no longer be as miserable as they are, right? You could come out of some depression if you find your purpose, if you find why you're here, and then you do it. Because wealth is not always just about money, right? Wealth is about being at a place where you're being fulfilled. This is why if you're not working or not doing anything, that's a sure way to feel down on yourself and to get down about life is by not having a purpose. Find your purpose, find your assignment. What do you do better than most people in the world? Ask people who are closest to you. How do you make them feel when you come around them? Ask them, what do they think of when they see you coming? What do they think of when they see you walk in the door, right? What do they see or think about? How do you make them feel? Some of that could lend itself to what your actual purpose is, what your assignment is, what your gifts are. Maybe it was the thing that you did when you were little and you enjoyed. You had so much fun when you were 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 years doing this one thing. You could do it over again for free. You would love to do it as an adult, but you just got stuck in this job for the last 20 years, 30 years, right? And when you find that gift, that purpose, get good at it, build it, become the best at it, work towards becoming the best at it, right? And perfect that thing if you can, and then monetize it. This is wealth building. That's number 3. Number 4 is this. Number 4 is management. Management of your money, management of your life, management, then growth, right? Management is the key to everything having to do with your money, even the things that don't feel like it's management. It's management of your decisions, management of your choices that you make, right? All that's management, not to mention the manage of your actual physical money and paychecks that you receive. Right? If you add up all the money that you've received in the course of your lifetime, it may be hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe millions of dollars. Who knows? How did you manage it? Because where you are with your money right now is a reflection of your management of your money over the last 50 years, however long you've been an adult, maybe the last 30 years, 20 years, right? But management is the key to everything. See, I believe that most people don't really, and for me, same thing with me. Most people, including myself, I didn't really have a money problem. I really had a management problem, a management of my money. I managed my decisions in life pretty decently, right? But it was a management of my money that was hurting my money. Management of could be of anything, not just decisions, could be management of your relationships, management of your time, management of your habits, management of that gift that you put to the side that I just talked about, management of your purpose, your assignment. Mismanagement of those things could lead you to where you are with your money. Do you do a budget every single month? Do you have money set aside for emergencies? Do you have money invested? All this has to do with your management of money and management of life. It's all about, man, you have to become, if you want to get good with money, this is what I had to do. I had to get obsessive about managing my money. I had to get obsessive about making sure I knew where every dollar was going and tracking my money and tracking my behavior with money. How was I acting with money? What was I doing with the money? All those things mattered. And that was all about management. Anything you mismanage in life, you will lose. You will lose. Remember, we're here for a short time on this earth. And when we leave the earth, we're not taking any of these possessions that we have with us. So the kicker is, how do we manage things while we're here? Our life, how do we manage it in the time that we have? All of that is key. So management comes before the growth. You have to manage it well, then it will grow. But if you mismanage it or manage it poorly, you're going to lose it. Name the item, right? Doesn't matter. Could be something physical, could be a relationship, could be your health, could be anything. But mismanagement is what hurts a lot of us. I know that it hurt me because I was a 30-year-old person with a negative $30,000 net loss to my name. That means that up until that point, I had mismanaged my decisions and I had mismanaged my money. And what did I do? I took full responsibility for that. Back to number 1, full circle, because guess what? I took full responsibility for my mismanagement. Then guess what? I'm the one that turned it around and made the decisions and changes to get better. So that's the 4 rules of money, of managing money, of being able to build some wealth. If you follow those principles, and it's all just principles, right? You're going to be fine. Hey, if you got anything out of this one, do me a favor, hit the like button. Please consider subscribing if you're not a subscriber. Hey, listen, the best person to take care of the old you is the young you. Guys, take good care of yourself and take care of other people. Until the next video, peace.